Hello, welcome to Arahi Tech. In this session, we will discuss about AWS EC2 instances, how to create the EC2 instances, and how to log into that instances, and how to delete the instances. Here we'll discuss about the Linux instances. Okay, we'll launch the EC2 instances in the AWS cloud. So EC2 instances is nothing but it is a elastic cloud compute and it is a virtual machine in the AWS cloud. So now we'll navigate into the AWS cloud. Means I have a username and password to log in into that AWS cloud. This is the link https console.aws.amazon.com, and you have to have your AWS account through which we can log in. So I have logged in here, and I have selected N Virginia is the availability zones. Okay, we have a lot of zones, but I have selected N Virginia. Okay, it is situated in the USA. So my aim is like is create the EC2 instances, the Elastic Cloud Compute or it's a virtual machine. So you can go to the service and you have to select the EC2 instances here. Otherwise, in the search bar, you have to type EC2. EC2. We can have the virtual servers in the cloud. Now we are landed in the phase of the launch instances. Now we have to click on the launch instances. We have a lot of pre-configured Amazon Mesh images are readily available here. So you have to select which one you have, which is as per your requirement. So now I'm going to launch a free tier eligible. So this is the Amazon Linux machine. I want to launch this one because this is the free tier. We can have a lot of free tier machines. Amazon AWS Amazon machines are there, like the Red Hat Enterprise machine and SUSE Linux. Lot of flavored images are available here. We can select any one of that. So free tier means we have to not pay anything upfront. There is no charges by the AWS Amazon services. So now I'm going to launch one Amazon Linux machine. This is the free tier. Okay, I'll select this one or this one, anything, but now I'll select this one. It is a 64-bit. So now we have in the instances type selection page, like the configuration settings will be here. So this is the free tier eligible t2.micro. So in this t2.micro type, we can have one vCPU and 1 GB of memory, and EVS volume is attached to this. Elastic block storage, it is a persistent storage. The performance would be network performance would be low to moderate, and it supports IP version 6. So this is the configuration of the EC2 type instances. We can choose any type of hardware which is required for your project, but in this session I am choosing T2 micro which is a free tier. Okay, I should not pay anything by launching this instances. You can have very high configuration hardware, M5A dot 12x large, 48 GB of CPU, 192 GB of RAM, EBS volume, 10 gig of network speed here up to. So this is the configuration. We have a lot of configuration, high-end configuration systems are there, so you can choose as per your requirement. So now I'm going to launch the instances with free tier. Okay, you have to choose this one, otherwise it is by default it has been selected. So go for the next session, configuration instance details. You can select next. Now here, this is the configure instances details. So that is the hardware specification and this is the configuration, like number of instances, how many number of instances you want to select or you want to launch. So here number of instances is one, means one virtual machine is going to be created. But if I need 10 virtual machines, I have to put here 10, number 10. So that 10 number of virtual machines is going to be created. If put 100 number of EC2 instances will be create after the setup is finished. So now I am going to create one instances, one virtual machine. So I have to choose here one, and remaining points you can leave as of now, because you have to discuss about all those things, like what is the network type and subnet, what is IP addresses and the public IP address, all these things, and placement group, capacity reservation, all those things. So you can put the default, the VPC, virtual private computing would be the default VPC now. So all those things, once you discuss one by one, then only we can came to know what is all those things, like VPC, what is the VPC and what is the subnet and IP addresses, placement group, all those things. So as of now, I'll keep all the settings as default. Okay, I'm not changing anything, and go for the next session, like add the storage for next. Here I am going to create one Linux machine. That's why the volume type is root volume type, and the specification slash dev slash xvda. In our Windows machine, C drive, D drive, E drive, like that, we can have a lot of drives. Here in the Linux machine, we can have a drive, but the notation is slash dev xvda. Same thing, slash dev xvdb, like that we can have other drives. So this is, you can consider it is a C drive in the Linux machine, but the notification is, the specification is slash dev slash xvda. And snapshot, this is the name of the snapshot. When once you create this virtual machine, we can have one snapshot. This is the name of the snapshot. It will create, it is going to be create the snapshot as well. And by default it is giving 8 GB of a free space. Okay, the storage capacity is 8 GB. You can have general purpose SSD disk, and the IFs, number of input output per second, is like 100 divided by 3000. Out of 3000 you can have 100 IFs. And throughput is not applicable, and delete on the termination. If you delete this virtual machine, it will be terminated from your account. Encryption, no, encryption is not enabled here. So okay, this is the configuration, storage configuration. The storage you can add 8 GB. If you want to go ahead with other 100 GB, you can specify here, but for free tier it is 8 GB. If this one I should not pay anything, means the AWS, the Amazon services will not charge anything for you. So this is the 8 GB of storage I can get in this machine. So everything is right here. That's why I'm going for forward and click on the next button, add tags. Here you can tag, add your tags. Okay, you want to recognize your system by adding the tags. Like you can have name tag, anything you can give. I'm giving keyword is name, and the value is Linux machine, Linux VM1. Okay, then select for, this is the specification, this is the tag. We have to add the tag for your you know recognition purpose. And then next, configure the security group. So here we can have like security group. So what is the security group? It is another topic we have to discuss, but in this session we cannot discuss all those things properly, thoroughly. But the security group is your specific group through which only you and your specific user can log into these instances, and they can access the group. So by default, we can have, if you have already one security group, you can select the existing, but here I'm going to create a new security group. That's why the default selection is the security group one. Create a new security group. So you can select this one, and this machine can be accessed through the protocol. Okay, which protocol? This is the SSH. The type is SSH, TCP/IP protocol, and the port number is 22. For Linux machine, you have to open the port 22. Then only you can access the machine. So if you want to add other rules, like there are a lot of services. If you want this machine to act as a HTTP server, you have to enable this HTTP port, like 8, port number 8. If you want to make this instances, this virtual machine, it's a some other services like SMB services, or you want to make it a SMTP services, or MySQL, or Redshift, anything, any service you want to make this server, then you have to open that port, particular port, so that you can access. But here I don't want to open any other ports except the SSH, because I want to log into this machine and I want to do something. That's why the TCP/IP protocol and the port range is 22, and this, the source is a custom anywhere and IP. Custom means you have to customize your IP addresses. You have to specify your IP addresses. Through that IP address only you can access this machine. Through that IP address of machine, the host The management host can be accessed through this network, which you have to specify. Anywhere means anywhere you can access this machine, and my IP means you have to provide your IP addresses through which you are managing. Okay, through that IP only you can access this machine. Otherwise, you cannot access the machine. Anywhere means anywhere I can access this machine, so I have selected anywhere, but this is a security violation. This instance can be accessed anywhere, so it is not secure, but for time being I'm using this one. Okay, description, if you want to describe anything you have to put here the comment. Okay, otherwise not required. So review and launch the instances. I'm going to review the instances. Just see, it is given the security group and not it is open to world, because I have given the anywhere. The IP, this machine can be accessed anywhere, that's why it is giving the warning message. Okay, this is the specification, what the hardware you have chosen, and what is the storage type, and all the configuration details with the security group name and the protocol which you have given the access to the this instances, all those things. If everything looks good, then you can launch the instances. You have to click on the launch button. Now here, by accessing this virtual machine in the AWS cloud, you have to have the key pair. Okay, you have to have the private key and public key. But here I'm choosing the pair because I don't have the public key, so I have to create a new key pair. Okay, I have given this name test or key 1. Okay, I have given this name key because through this key only I can able to access this machine. This is the security of the machine. Anything you want to connect, any machine you want to connect, you have to have your private and public key. So this is the private key. I have to store in a secure place. I have to download this public key, private key, and I have to keep the key in a very secure place in your local machine or shared drive, where it should be placed in a secure way. That's why you have to download it and you have to keep in place, so that you can, when you access this system, you have to have this key pair. So I'm downloading this key and I've given the name in key KUI1, and I'm downloading. This is the in single time only. We cannot download multiple times of this key. That's why it is very crucial. You have to keep this key in a secure place, or in a local drive, or in your shared drive, where you want to keep your this key. You have to keep there very securely, so that you can able to access this machine through this key. It is very it is required any moment of time when you access this machine. I've downloaded this key1.pem. The extension is pem. Okay, now launch the instances. Now the instances is launched. View the instances, how it is looks like. Okay, this is the Linux VM. I have given the name as tag like Linux VM1, the instance type, and it is a state is like pending state. Now it is initializing. The internally it is going to build the machine. It is installing the OS and all those things. It is a ready-made one already, so just it is launching. It is internet is configuring itself and initializing, and it will launch after a couple of minutes. It will be launch very quickly. It will launch. Just it is and the condition is running, but still initialization is happening. It will take a couple of minutes, and after that this machine will be get ready. So before that, this machine is a Linux machine, so we want to access this Linux machine through the tool called putty, because my machine, my management machine is like a Windows machine. It is a laptop. Okay, this Windows machine, through this Windows machine we cannot directly access the Linux machine. That's why we have to have the tool called putty. So you can download the putty. Okay, you can go to the Google and download the putty. So this is the link where we can download the putty software, through which we can get access this uh, server, this virtual machine. So you can download, because I already have downloaded. I have with me the putty, and the putty gen software is also required to convert this key1.pem into ppk file, because the putty cannot understand the .pem file. That's why you have to convert. We have to convert the .pem file into the ppk file. For that, we have to have puttygen software. So this is the puttygen software, but I have already downloaded the puttygen software. It is in place in my download folder probably. Puttygen, yeah, puttygen is here. So no need to download, but you have to download to do this. Okay. So now see the status of the virtual machine again. Okay, this is still initializing. Let us refresh. Still it is initializing. It will take again couple of minutes to do that. So before that, I just want to convert that pem file into ppk file, because the ppk file can be understood by the putty software, and it can be, you know, you have to have this ppk file so that it can be accessed through the putty. So I have to open the puttygen. Then I have to load that file, key1.pem. Okay, so now it has been inputted. Then you have to save this private key again. Yeah, prospace. Without prospace, I want to protect it. I want to save this file, so I have kept in the desktop. KUA cookie 111. Anything you can give. Not ppk. Automatically the extension will come ppk, because the ppk file can be recognized by the putty software. Okay, I think that key11.ppk is get ready. Okay, now see, let's see the condition of that virtual machine. Now still it is initializing. It is today, it is taking long time. Why, I don't know, maybe due to network issue or network bandwidth is very slow. That's why it is taking long time. It should be up and running within 1 minute. If your network bandwidth is very high, good, then the virtual machine will be get ready within 1 minute. Still it is initializing. After initializing, we'll access this machine, we'll connect this machine, and that software is get ready. We have to provide the details of that machine. Now 2x2 checks is done. Now the machine is get ready. Now select this machine. Okay, then connect. If you connect, you can have the details. Okay, this is the key. If this is your Linux machine, you have to follow these steps, but my machine is Windows machine. I'll access through the putty. That's why this is the default username of this machine. Okay, not required to note down, but you have to, if you can remember this one, this is fine. This is the default username. Okay, so I'll close this one, and I'll say action. I'll take the details, select the machine. Okay, and this is the machine details. So this machine having, this is the instance ID and the status is running. This is the complete description of this machine. So this is the public IP address, and this is the fully qualified domain name of this machine, FQDN. So if you copy this one, it is fine. Otherwise, you can copy the IP address of the public IP address, so that through which we can access this machine. Just I want to copy this IP address. Otherwise, you can take the public DNS IP, the fully qualified domain name. Just this is the copy clipboard. If you select this one, just click on this one, it will be copy automatically. Okay, just I'm taking this one and go to the putty, open the putty and put here the complete name. Okay, this is the complete name of the machine. Otherwise, you can take the IP address. The port number is 22. After that, you have to SSH, expand this SSH, then authentication, click on authentication and browse that ppk file. Browse that ppk file where we have kept the desktop. I think ppk key.key11.ppk. We have to open, then you have to open, then the page is opening. it is you want, are you going to trust this machine? You want to connect the machine, you have to say yes. So this is the login as a username is EC2. I already told you this is the default name is EC2. If you connect this one, we can have this is the default username EC2 hyphen user. Okay, I have to provide EC2 hyphen EC2 hyphen user. Now it is logged into this machine. So this machine is at the AWS data center, Amazon data center. So now I'm accessing through my local machine. So this is the machine. I can execute any of the command what we want. pwd, this is a Linux machine, that's why I'm executing some of the Linux commands. I want to create one directory, means folder in the Windows machine. We can say here in the directory. In the Linux machine, we can say that it is a directory. cdaa. I want to create some of the files by using the touch command. Touch 1, 2, 3, 4. All the files has been created. Okay, this is the Linux machine. You can give whatever the commands you want. Otherwise, you want to install any software, just you can install the software and you can utilize this one, this machine. If can, this is the IP addresses and the host name command. This is the host name of this machine. So this way you can access a Linux machine from the AWS cloud to your local machine, and you can utilize this machine for your project. So this is all about Linux machine instances in AWS cloud, how to launch these instances and how to utilize, how to use this machine. Okay, this way we can access this machine. Now my project is done, means my work has been completed and there is no need of this machine. So what I'll do is I have to terminate this machine, otherwise the Amazon will charge you, because this is a free tier, they'll not charge much, but still we can have to pay something. So I don't want to cost involved in this machine, so that I want to terminate, I want to delete this machine from this, from my account. So I have selected this machine. Just you have to click on this action tab, actions, and go to the instance state. You can stop it, reboot and terminate, but I want to delete this machine, so I have to click on terminate. So it is providing the warning message, because that volume in this machine we can have a volume, means 8 GB of volume already I have selected. I can execute one command, we can see. So this is the drive, we can have 8 GB of drive here. So this is the drive C, it is the 8 GB of drive. This is our drive which we have attached like 8 GB. Almost we got 7.8 GB. Out of that 1.1 GB used and available is 6.6 GB. So this one I'm going to destroy here. So it is, that's why it is showing the warning message, but I don't care all those things. I want to terminate the machine. I want to delete this machine. So yes, terminate. Now it will take a couple of minutes to terminate this machine. So this way we can delete the machine from our Amazon account. So this is all about this session. Thank you. Thank you so much.